Cockleshell Bay is a town near the sea with seagulls and sunshine and sound. There are shops that sell ices and bright-coloured kites that will fly from a string in your hand. There are white-painted houses along the seafront, and one's called the Bucket and Spade. It's where people stay and two children play with all the good friends that they've made. So meet Robin and Rosie of Cockleshell Bay. Christopher Cockle, Robin and Rosie's father, sat on the back doorstep of the Bucket and Spade guest house with Robin on one side of him and Rosie on the other. They were watching the seagull with the bent wing that Mrs. Cockle had christened Ben Gunn.
"It's just eaten my crusts," said Rosie, "with blackcurrant jam on them. And it's had all my bacon rind," said Robin.
More like a dustbin than a bird.
"Mummy says it must be a pirate, because pirates steal, and he stole our biscuits."
Oh, said Christopher Cockle. Is that why she called it Ben Gunn?
"Yes." "Daddy."
Yes, Robin?
"Who was Ben Gunn?"
Well, he was a pirate in a story. Quite a nice one. He found the bad pirates' buried treasure.
"What? Buried treasure?"
Gosh, you do ask a lot of questions, laughed their father. Well, it's money and jewels and things like that. And the pirates used to steal it and then bury it in a big box in the ground. Chris! It was Mrs. Cockle calling from inside the house. Yes, love? Aren't you supposed to be seeing Mr. Bolster this morning? Oh, crumbs, he said. Sorry, kids, I'm supposed to be taking the builder some plans I've drawn for him. See you later.
"Oh, heck,"
said Robin, and Rosie was a bit fed up too. So they did what they usually did if they were bored or disappointed. They went to see if Mr. Shipham was in his boatyard next door.
"Mr. Ship."
There was no answer.
"Mr. Ship."
Still no answer. They peered inside the tumble-down boathouse, but there was no sign of him there. And he wasn't working on his boat either.
"What shall we do?"
said Robin.
"I wish we could find some buried treasure,"
said Rosie.
"Oh, don't be silly,"
said Robin. There isn't any buried treasure anymore.
"How do you know when you haven't dug for any?"
Robin didn't answer that because he couldn't think of an answer. But he did think of an idea.
"Let's bury a treasure, and then we can be Ben Gunn and find it again." "Oh, yes,"
said Rosie. But then she thought of something.
"Only, what are we going to bury?" "Well, we could bury your piggy bank." "No,"
said Rosie.
"What about your model spaceship?"
But Robin didn't like that idea.
"No, that's too valuable." "Well,"
said Rosie,
"treasure's supposed to be valuable." "Oh, you!"
Then Robin started to chase Rosie, but she'd only run a few steps when she tripped over a box of something and fell over.
"Are you all right, Rosie? Sorry."
But Rosie wasn't listening. She sat on the ground and grabbed the box. It was full of screws.
"Look,"
she said.
"Treasure! We could bury this." "I know where there's a spade,"
said Rosie, and dashed and got one out of the shed.
"We'll bury it at 10 paces,
said Robin. Rosie held the treasure tin and stood very straight.
"Right," said Robin. "You walk, and we'll both count 10 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. "Oh,"
said Rosie.
"I can't go any further for the boat." "Well, walk towards the back door." "All right."
Rosie set off, and they counted again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Now where shall I walk?
Said Rosie.
Well, go through the hole in the fence and walk into our garden, and don't stop till we've got to 10. All right,
said Rosie. And this time she did go a whole 10 paces, though the last 3 were a bit wobbly because she'd ended up amongst the potatoes in their vegetable garden.
This would be a good place to bury the treasure,
said Rosie,
where the soil's all soft.
and Robin agreed, so he wobbled over to the potato patch too and dug a nice deep hole for the tin. They put it in and covered the box with soil. Then they went back into Mr. Shipham's yard, and there in the yard was Mr. Ship. "Hello, my dears," he said.
Hello, Mr. Ship.
They said.
You weren't here before.
"I've been down to the harbour," he said, "to buy some bits for my old boat. Now then." He started to hunt about for something. Every now and then he'd say, "Oh, blow," or "Oh, bother."
What is it, Mr. Ship?
asked Rosie. "Oh, why, bless my barnacles, I can't find my box of screws. I could have sworn I had 'em here earlier."
Oh,
said Robin.
they weren't in a long green box, were they?
"Ah, that's right," said Mr. Ship. And then he stopped and looked at them. "All right," he said. "What have you done with them?"
They're buried treasure,
said Rosie. "What?"
We've buried them.
"Well," he said, "at least you owned up nice and straight, but you've no right to go a-burying my things, so you just dig 'em up again. Bless my barnacles, you'll have 'em all rusty." So off they went.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
paces to the boat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
paces to the fence, and at last
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
paces right into the middle of the potato patch. Robin dug. There was nothing there. He dug in another place.
Oh, nothing here either,
he said.
Oh, Mr. Ship,
said Rosie. But Mr. Ship didn't say anything. I might have known. It was Mrs. Cockle. "Have you lost a box of screws, Mr. Ship?" "Not really," said Mr. Ship. "They lost them. I just haven't got them." "They're in the kitchen," said Mrs. Cockle. "I dug up a few potatoes for dinner tonight and found a tin of screws instead. I thought I'd come across some buried treasure." "Buried Oh, bless my barnacles. Why, that's just what you did find." "Buried treasure." So Mr. Ship stopped being cross, and Robin and Rosie said they were sorry, and in the end it was all right. "But you'd better come in for something to eat," said Mrs. Cockle, "before you get up to any more mischief." "Yes, you have your dinner," said Mr. Ship, "and then I'll tell you a story about how I found buried treasure." And he winked at Mrs. Cockle. Robin and Rosie knew that he made the stories up, but they didn't care.
Thank you, Mr. Ship. We'll come.
Bye for now, then.
Goodbye, Mr. Ship. Goodbye.